My name is Kristen Cross. I am a Georgia Middle School PE virtual specialist, as well as a physical education and health teacher. Today I wanted to go through some basketball review stations that I use in my gym. I have included several review stations for the different skills of basketball. Included in this presentation are Make It, Take It, 3 versus 3 bounce ball, king, queen of the court, knockout, layup, free throw, 3, dribble, thief, horse or pig, and an assessment station. Make It, Take It is a fun review station for the skill of shooting. Students divide themselves up into 2 teams and each will stand behind a cone. The first student behind each cone will dribble the basketball out to a poly spot on the ground and take 1 shot. If they make the shot, then they take the poly spot back to their cone while also grabbing their rebound. If they miss the shot, they leave the poly spot while also grabbing the rebound. The team with the most poly spots at their cone when the station is over wins the game. I have used this with both poly spots as well as half circle cones. Both seem to work pretty well for the station. 3v3 bounce ball is a great passing station review. Each team will try to score a point by bouncing the ball on their team's spot. Points are also scored by making complete passes to each member of your team in a single possession. As you can see from the diagram, each team has a goal, also known as a poly spot, on the floor. Defense must play at least 3 full arm lengths away from offensive players and can only intercept the passes. They cannot touch the offensive players. If a foul is made, the offense scores a point. When a ball successfully bounces on the spot, then they change possession. Again, this is a great passing review station because the students are in motion while making their passes and also have the defense involved to make it more challenging. King or queen of the court is a great review station for all of the skills of basketball. Everyone lines up under the rim at the baseline. The first 2 players in line play a one-on-one up to 1 point. They can only take 5 dribbles per possession, or it's a turnover or the other person's turn. Once someone wins, the other person goes to the end of the line, and the next in line tries to take out the king or queen. First person to 5 wins the game. Again, this is a lot of fun for middle school students because they really do enjoy the challenge of playing a one-on-one match against their friends. Knockout is a game that your students probably have been playing since elementary school. It is a great review station for the different types of shots a basketball player would take in a game. To begin, the first player in line shoots from a designated spot. I usually have the students use the foul line. If they miss, the shooter can immediately sprint in, rebound the basketball, and then finish with a layup or a close shot around the hoop. As soon as the ball leaves the shooter's hands, the second player in line can then shoot the ball. If the first player makes a shot before the second player, then they quickly rebound the ball and pass it to the next person in line. If the second player makes a shot before the first player is out. This continues until there is a winner. Layup, free throw, and 3 is a great shooting review station. Students divide into 2 teams, and each team will get behind a cone that is located right under the goal. The object is for the team to make 3 shots at each spot before moving on. Students will start at the layup shot before moving to the free throw line. Once your team makes 3, they will move to the free throw line or the next cone back, and then you need to make 3 free throws before moving to the threes poly spot. Once you make 3 free throws, then you move to the 3-point line, and the team that finishes first with 3 layups, 3 free throws, and 3 threes will win the game. Remind students that all people in their team need to make 3 shots from each of the poly spots in order to move on. Dribble Thief is a great station for dribbling review. As you can see from the diagram, use 4 or 5 different cones to mark off an area that the students must stay inside of. Every person will grab a basketball and will begin to dribble around that inside of that boundary. Students will dribble and try to knock other students' basketballs out of their hands. So they need to continue dribbling their own basketball while they're trying to knock somebody else's ball out of their hands. If a student loses possession of their basketball, they must go outside of the boundary and do 10 jumping jacks or jump ropes or something along those lines before they returned back to the area to continue playing. Horse or Pig is a fun review game for shooting. To begin the game, players can do a rock, paper, scissors show to figure out who goes first, and the player gets to do anything they want before shooting. If they want to spin around 5 times and hop up and down before shooting, they can do it. They get to make the rules. If they hit their shot, the other players have to do the exact same thing. If they miss, the next player gets to make up their own wacky shot for the others to try. Any player that can't make the first person's shot gets the letter H. Everyone keeps playing the game and making up their crazy shots until someone misses enough times to spell out the word horse. The player who does not spell horse is the winner. If you would like to move the station along, you can pick a smaller word like pig. This last station is an assessment station. I have included a rubric that I use when assessing my students for shooting. As you can see, each of the cues that have gone throughout the unit are included in the rubric. Students are given at least 3 attempts to make their best shot. I tell the students to focus on their form and not so much on whether or not the ball goes in the basket. Teachers have the freedom to choose whichever skill they want to assess during this time, and also how they're going to assess. So you could have students, wait in line and just have them shooting, or you could possibly also just have them do free shooting and just kind of watch one particular student. So always include some sort of assessment station during your review. Thank you so much for watching this video. I do appreciate it. I hope you found this information helpful and applicable to your classroom. I have provided my contact information if you have any questions.